Overall, I have a story to tell, and I just want to tell it to somebody. So, that would be about the injustice, a small injustice done to me in Heber Springs, which is so minuscule on my scale of injustice, or an arbitrary scale of injustice, that it probably wouldn't even register. It was just a little something, but a story that needed to be told nonetheless. And the main group of people that wanted to tell about it is law enforcement, and have law enforcement listen to it and care about it. All right, so there's that. So I'm writing a book and I'm making 2 movies, right? Let's see. All right. So the main themes of my book will be that a person cannot really survive very well a DWI unless they have people who love and care about them. It's just really like, if you don't have that, it's just a downward spiral, and it's exercise in survival. Like if I would have had a DWI in Florida, it would have been over my head, and yeah, the fines would have been astronomical, and they still are. But I have people that love me, and that is the only thing that could keep me afloat, right? For many reasons, but I'm not going to delve into that. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, it's just that I am the unheard girl. Even before my arrest, as I started making a video vlog, I said that nobody hears me in life, which is true. I sometimes make people hear me if I feel like I really have to say something, but whatever it is, and there's a lot of reasons, because I've examined them all. Nobody hears me, and as a general rule, I have come to accept that. I've also come to love myself and not, really feeling dependent on other people hearing me all the time, whatever. So, except that law enforcement, they did not hear me at all. They didn't. The initial officer would not listen to, my very logical reasoning for staying in Heber Springs. Then you carry on with the gauntlet. My hearing officer would not listen to my defense. It's just your procedure now. You don't have a voice. But he did spend a lot of time bragging about himself. But he didn't have time to hear about my defense, and it wouldn't matter anyway, because he said he would have busted me too under the circumstances. Okay. And then, my public defender, right? She would not say one word about my defense, and I wrote her a 30-page defense plus testimony presentation for her. She didn't read it. And she never mentioned my defense or anything, and she just said, take the plea, la-di. Are you still guilty? Of course you're always still guilty. But I said, no, I do have a defense, and yeah, so I want to tell it. Let's see, and then the prosecutor did have access to my entire defense. I sent it to him as my discovery. I had a lot to say, and I sent it all to him, because that's what I thought you're supposed to do. Although I didn't see their video cop cam until the day of my trial. Right? That's bad. That's bad on the, what's he called? District attorney's part. I believe he committed Brady violations. And there you go. I'll skip that part for now. He didn't hear me, and neither did my judge. My judge, who I call Judge Ray of Light in my book, would not hear my testimony. Cut it short by like 4/5. I mean, 1/5 of my testimony was heard. And the rest, we don't have time for that. Got all these other cases. But the things I was saying was making him uncomfortable. I was confronting Officer Moore, who is his local hero, on his lies. And the judge was okay with his lies, because his police document which contained 48 lies, was not sworn in, right? And neither was the officer, by the way, but I was sworn in. It was okay if he told all those lies, and I'm guilty anyway, right? And so I was sentenced to the same exact sentence as the DA had offered me. And the judge said to me, well, let that be a lesson to you. You should never represent yourself. Anyway. Oh, yes, you should. Because overall, even though I lost, I was really proud of myself for representing myself. Because that takes a lot of cojones. I've come to that conclusion that I definitely had a case after I saw the falsified body cam evidence. It's not a little bit falsified, it's falsified upon layers upon layers. And I can't afford a forensics expert, I can't. But being an editor, I can definitely prove many of the falsifications myself. So, if I'm fortunate to get a fair trial, and if I'm fortunate to be heard somehow, then I got this. Those two things are all that would be required for me to win this lawsuit and the other ones, which would be towards the DA and his Brady laws, and which would be towards the Heber Springs Police Department as an entity for mishandling of evidence, gross mishandling of evidence. There's always been so much to say that it's impossible to say it all. Just in the mishandling of evidence, it's astounding. It's astounding. The whole department mishandles their body cam evidence vastly wrong. It's all in charge of them. So what could happen, right? I received 2 DVDs and they were highly scratched. Yes, they were highly scratched up. I put them all in little videos. But then after I saw my body cam video for the first time after the fact, after my trial, where I represented myself, oh my God. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought I was crazy. But it didn't take long to watch that thing to say, wow, these guys really falsified evidence, and not just Officer Moore, but many officers. And in so many ways, but of course it's too much to explain because it's a lot. It's exactly the same experience as the police reported. So one last thing. The heroes in my book are well deserved. Because even though they get mad at me sometimes and that I have to ask a lot for them. I have to. I kind of want them to know certain things. And being their mom, I have every intention of the world of making it up to these most important people in my life. And I have the means to, the future means in many ways. But right now, things are a little bit overwhelming for me with all the above. I'm making a movie, writing a book, and it's all related. And it's all, right now, it's all mostly undoing of so many lies by law enforcement. It's a good cause. And back to my story, whether I win or lose, it's a story that needs to be told. Yeah, and I'm just the girl who just could tell it. I just want my heroes to understand that everything's going to be okay. Just see the big picture. Trust in their mother that loves them. And that probably if they tried, they couldn't think of anybody I had actually done wrong to. So I don't intend to start now. Understanding and advocacy. I love you. I love you all and all God's children. I have no enemies here. I even love the ridiculous law enforcement in Heber Springs, and I have no ill intentions to them as well. Like I said, it's just a story I gotta tell. That's all.